Sometimes wish other award shows got as much attention as the Oscars.
Well, our next guest was glued to computer screen for the live announcements of, get this, the American Library Association's Youth Media Awards. So exciting to have our book geek here. It's Carole Barrowman. That's right. She's back with some of the morning's biggest winners because you probably missed it. They didn't announce these on Sunday night. They prefer Monday morning, which, you know, everyone felt so great about.
I know. I was sitting at my computer.
Glued.
I know, and I've got my coffee and I'm eating my cereal, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait. And Kevin's like, what is going on? I'm like, they're announcing the American Library Association Awards, and it's live streaming. And he just went in the other room.
You felt like you're part of the action.
Overwhelming, that excitement.
It was, and you know, I had my fancy dressing gown robe on. You know, it's like
library card frame.
That's funny. Library card. Yes, yes.
The ALA Awards, for short, recognize some of the most original and creative works in kids' literature, right?
Yes.
So these are all children's books that are receiving awards.
These are all children's books, and that's one of the reasons I'm so glad I finally have a grandchild, because I would just buy all these books for my own self, my library. Now I can just say, oh, it's for Finnegan. I'm saving them for Finnegan. Yeah, these are great. And the first award is the Coretta Scott King Award. And that is like the Best Actor Award. Okay. Because it's the award that's given to a writer who's made a big contribution, but this year had a great book. And her book is Brown Girl Dreaming. Okay. It's by Jacqueline Woodson. And this is, oh my gosh, this book is just so wonderful. I'm so excited about this book.
What age is this for?
This book would be good for, I would think, 8 and up. It's her experiences growing up in the South. So it's a memoir, but it's written in verse. And the one thing that's really cool about books that are written in verse for young people, they're totally read aloud, you know, because you've got a rhythm to them. There's a rhyme. It's wonderful. And this book has won a lot of awards. It actually won the book award last year, which would be like the
Meryl Streep of books.
Yes, yes.
Children's books.
Yes. You are right on this analogy. You are right there.
Right
you
there.
are with me. Oh yeah,
it.
you are all over this morning.
All right. What about, see, this next award for most distinguished informational book for kids? I like
one
this
I can't wait for.
I know. I'm going to buy this for her just because her mocking is 100% this morning.
My son, though, is always into true fact books.
He'll love this. Well, he might be, well, yeah. I mean, it's a really cool book. This is the book that tells the story in pictures and about Roget's thesaurus. We all use the thesaurus. And so
Tiffany's never heard of that.
What? No. Yeah.
Have you?
She doesn't know words. Words,
Do you have the book form of a thesaurus?
Oh, okay. What's the name again?
Yeah. So anyway, this is the story of Roget and his thesaurus, and it's for anybody who's interested in words. You will know this, Molly. I know Tiffany probably not so much, but almost every kid in grade school, the teachers have word walls. This would be a perfect book to go along with teachers when they're talking about words on their word wall, because they're teaching kids vocabulary. And it's a story of how instead of writing a book with a story, Roget decided that he was going to keep track of words, and we got the thesaurus from it. So that would be like the documentary award, sticking with the analogy here.
I like that.
Well, but you know how it was in grade school, high school, even college. You'd have a book. It'd be your dictionary and your thesaurus.
Right by
and now, young people,
use their
phone. Like Tiffany, use their phone, or they use their computer. They just look it up.
But they don't use words. They just make
emoticons.
Yeah.
Works for everything. We're going back to hieroglyphics. We are. It's true as a society.
I like it.
Your next one is You Are Not Small.
You Are Not Small. This won the Picture Book Award. This is so.
I just like the title. Is it motivational?
It kind of is. It kind of is. It's about a big sort of squishy monster bear and a little squishy monster bear with a big button nose. And the big bear keeps saying to the little bear, "You are small." And finally, the little bear guy turns around and says, "No, you're big." So it's really a book about perspective. And you turn the pages, and gradually the perspectives change so that the big squishy squishy bear realizes that the little bear is really not small because there's always somebody bigger, and it's all about context. It's a lovely little picture book.
Oh, and is that for beginning readers?
Yes, for beginning readers. And again, you know me, I'm all about families reading together.
Yeah.
I think it's so important. And this is one of those books, if you've got a little bit older sibling who's practicing reading, it's a terrific book to have him or her read to younger brothers and sisters.
What's you might know it, but what is this statistic? It's supposed to be 10,000 words by 6 or something that you know.
I don't know exactly.
You
really should. And we talk a lot. Usually when I do my summer segment, we really talk a lot about the big thing is do not let down on reading, even when school's not in. And so these kinds of books that have won a lot of awards, I think what's important about these awards, other than the fact that Tiff can make fun of me for watching them, I think what's really important is that they give parents some suggestions. There's so many great books out there, and you can this way you at least have some experts who have said this is really good, it's worth your money, and more importantly, it's worth your time.
We're out of time, but you got to say something about the last one. It's called The Crossover.
The Crossover. This was the one that won Big Picture.
Okay.
And this is a book that is also in rhyme, which was kind of fascinating to me. Another great read aloud book. It's about twins who are basketball players. They're very different, and one gets picked for the team, and the other, there's a little bit of sibling rivalry. But the language in this book, you feel like you could sing it. You know, it's just, it's lively and full of energy, and it's an amazing, amazing book. So it was okay that Jacqueline Woodson didn't win for Best Picture in terms of the awards, because this book did. Kwane Alexander, I believe, is the author.
Okay. Awesome.
Good book.
So grandparents, parents, there you go. There's your list for right now from Carole. CaroleBarrowman.com is where you can find her online. Thanks so much, Carole.
You're welcome.
Great to see you.
Nice to see you guys.